Welcome back everyone, and it's time to go balls deep. And today I have a lot to cover because Black Clover was absolutely fire. Oh shit, I'm so rusty voicing these videos now. I meant to say fire.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Fire! Oh my god! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Move it!
Okay, procedure. Calm down!
Anyways, you guys get the point. I will explain who these two new demons are from hell that were released by Morris in chapter 279 and where my friend Tabata got inspired from for their designs. So make sure to stick around to the end of the video so that you are on the same page as the rest of the community and witness my balls deep prediction magic.
Yes! Yes!
Okay, so this week's chapter starts off with the conclusion of Mereoleona.
Oh my god, Otto, how can you be the Wizard King when you can't even say her name? It's Mereoleona. Come on, my dude.
Hey, alright Kevin, that's it. I've had enough of you correcting me and being so mean.
No, please, I'm begging you, not again.
You're fired!
Alright guys, I love you guys in our community, man. You forgive me for so much. I love you guys. But basically, looking at the first page, there's one thing I do want to mention because I know it wasn't only me because we are all corrupted and we have messed up minds, right? My man Tabata really used buttons to look like you know what.
You naughty. You teasing me, you naughty.
Don't act so innocent. You were thinking what I was thinking.
Yeah, boy.
Anyway, it turns out that Sisgolion was able to beat the ancient demon god. She started fighting in chapter 275, meaning that she is definitely top 3 strongest mage in the whole Clover Kingdom. Like, that is Wizard King worthy, but she doesn't want the job, right? They even tried to insinuate that idea that she should be Wizard King, but she says, nah, I don't want that. I don't want that shit. I don't want that stress, bruh. And Tabata already mentioned in an interview that the most likely new Wizard King would be Nozel of Aurelion. But I know what some of you are thinking. Wait, anime balls deep, you're telling me that she's on par with Lumiere, the first Wizard King? Is she that busted? He needed help with the tools against the demon god, and she did it. Well, technically speaking, you have to keep in mind that Licht is not within this version of the demon god. We all know how busted Licht was in the power scaling. He took Zagred out in one spell, practically with the Aeon spell, if it wasn't for Zagred's regeneration. That version of the demon god was created with all the elf stones on top of that. Now, to be honest, I'm kinda surprised we haven't got any explanation yet of how the demon god got recreated in the first place, and it's already gone. It's dead, it seems.
Bruh.
Like, what? Tabata just introduces this shit, doesn't explain it. And the way that I'm envisioning it, remember how Sisgolion messed up Raya? I bet this is what she did with the demon god with her newfound transformation and powers. The spade resistant soldiers are in awe of this kind of feat. This is something I'm sure even the triad weren't expecting one mage to be able to do. We then see Ralph return to his fellow resistant members and he tells them about Yuno-sama. Oh yeah, by the way, we have to call Yuno-sama from now on because he's a prince, right? So it's kind of disrespectful to not add the sama at the end. You know, you gotta put some respect on my man's name and all. Anyway, Ralph tells them about Yuno-sama and how he ended up having wind magic and that he looks just like his mom, Seal Sama, and he also has a strong will inherited from his father, Lois Sama. Okay, I'll stop with the Samas. That's getting annoying, I'm sure. Anyway, Commander Albert has a surprised look on his face after hearing about Yuno's magic, which leads me to believe there may be a reason he has wind magic specifically. Maybe it's a combination of his parents' magic or a new type they didn't expect, further indicating why Yuno is special and may be touched by God. Yuno is loved by Mana. Maybe it's because a great deity of good wanted him to bring back the light within the Spade Nation. I mean, if you watch my previous Black Clover videos, you would know gods, angels, and oracles have been foreshadowed already. And if you stick around to the end of this video, you will see another clue hinted in this chapter. So to be fair, if this is the case that Yuno is indeed special by getting wind magic, this will keep following the theme of duality within Asta and Yuno, as in Yuno is special with all the traits required to become strong, while whilst Asta is not special at all. However, they are trying to achieve the same goal of Wizard King, going 2 different roads to the same goal. We then transition back into the castle where the smaller scale fights are taking place, and we see Nacht's cat devil Plumede scouting the area and checking on how everyone is doing. He reports back to his master that the other triad members seem to be taken care of pretty well, and that the magic knights are managing to somehow hold their own. Nacht thinks to himself that there is still enough time before the door to the underworld opens, and that they should be able to succeed, since thankfully the kingdom's magic knights are stronger than he expected. Meanwhile, Dante, as we saw in the last chapter, he got slashed up by Jack the Ripper, but just like we all expected, he doesn't seem fazed by Jack's attacks at all, and just laughs about it like what kind of laugh? He laughs like that, right? And I swear to God, this guy needs some character development at this point. I think the only thing that runs in this guy's dumbass brain is our song about him on repeat, fam.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
You are the simp king of the Spade Nation. You really need a vacation from simp. It's so hard for a devil, man. Without him, you be on a lower level. The other day, I was talking to Tabata about a lot of stuff. Turns out that you're not strong enough to be the 17-year-old that's kinda buff.
If you guys want a remix or part 2 of this song, please let me know in the comment section below, and also smash the like button. Let's try and get 30,000 likes, and I'll make sure that happens. And we also have 4 to 5 Black Clover crazy ass balls deep prediction videos for the upcoming week, so I need your support and mana. Make sure to do so. Moving on back to the chapter, suddenly in the midst of their battle, something begins to happen, and everyone feels a strange sensation. It turns out that the roots of the Qliphoth are expanding and spreading around the whole kingdom. Nacht merges with Plumede to unveil another transformation, Unite Mode Paris, which allows him to then use clairvoyance to see what he wouldn't normally be able to see. He uses it to find Yami and William in the room where the ritual is taking place. There, he senses someone else's mana. That someone turns out to be Morris, who is taking advantage of Varnika's dumb decision to capture Laura Pechica by using her knowledge for his own gain. It is revealed that Morris was born blind and has gained the power of a devil. His grimoire and magic, enhanced by the Weg devil magic, seems to allow him to extract data and knowledge from others to a newer degree and implant it into himself, which makes sense considering what his line of work used to be in the Diamond Kingdom. Don't forget that this dude in chapter 90 was revealed to be doing a series of experiments to bolster the power of Diamond Kingdom mages. He reconstructed Ladros, enabling the boy to absorb, store, and release large amounts of mana. So by using this implantation magic, so to speak, he was able to steal the entirety of the Heart Kingdom's history and knowledge for himself. This allows him to find a way to accelerate the growth of the Tree of Death. We cannot forget that the Heart Queen has the knowledge of all other queens, and she revealed in chapter 252 that she read a book of a previous queen that they dealt with the exact same invasion, but they stopped it from happening eventually and saved humanity. Morris must have gained information on how the bad people of that ancient time had done it, and therefore accelerated the ritual. It also appears as though Morris is serving as a catalyst for the gate to open. Nacht gets the idea to kill Morris, but before he can act on it, the door begins to crack open, and the 2 devils that lie within the first level of the tree, they slip through. At each level is a gate that normally prevents devils from moving between the levels. 10 devils are set along the depth of the channel and are released as the gate to their level opens up. The devils on the lower levels are stronger than the devils on the upper levels, and the devil on the lowest level is of course Lucifer. We were told that each of these devils in hell are equal to a minimum of a member of the Dark Triad. That's their minimum power level. If not, they are 10-fold stronger than them. So they are completely busted, and that explains why even Dante is shocked and scared after witnessing them. How will he control these demons not under contract with him? These 2 devils and the others, they will follow Lucifer's orders. Why would they follow Dante's? He's just a bitch. And if you look back at the graph that Nacht showed from his research and being a spy, the 2 devils are showcased in front together. So the ones that were just released are definitely them, as they are twins. Stick around to the end of the video as I dive deep into who they are. Both Jack and Nacht, once these devils come out, they have a look on their faces whilst Dante is busy laughing.
I ain't fucking laughing.
These newcomers yeet Jack into a wall in 1 second flat, and even Dante's looking like, oh shit, I'm a goddamn dead man. Get me the hell out of here. Nacht is able to dodge and get out of the way using his devil keen characteristic, and it's then confirmed to us that these two are top class devils. I want to give a shout out to Shinzu on Twitter because they follow me and they replied to my tweet, and I think they caught something amazing about these two devils. The hands are way too similar if you take a look at these panels, and Liebe explained that a high-ranking devil was annoyed at the time with him and threw him into the gate. That's how he ended up in the earthly world and then met Asta's mother, right? So the devils that must have done this are the ones revealed in this chapter. Tabata loves leaving these little clues for us to find, and this must be one of them. Now, after conducting my research, I have figured out who these top-ranking devils are and where Tabata was inspired from for the concept of the story and their design. Remember, I have a whole series on the channel that covers these things, such as the lore, inspirations, and how Tabata created Black Clover, and this playlist will be in the pinned comment. I've literally been reading these Satanism, occultist, and Kabbalah books just for you guys, and trust me, I get scared reading this shit for real with the stuff I'm reading, like how to summon these devils, bruh. So I'd appreciate if you can help me in return by hitting the notification button, because I'm working so hard. I got 4 more Black Clover videos coming up in the next week, and you need to know when they are uploaded, right? So I thank you and appreciate you that you keep coming back to watch our videos. So clearly, from these two devils and their designs, you can clearly see that they are twins. One is female and the other male. They even finish off each other's sentences. These twin devils are based on the Kabbalah tree of death named Thamiel, the twin god. They are the first to be released, as they are the positions of the crown on the tree of death, and since the tree of Qlifoth is the opposite direction of the tree of life, it makes sense. Now, according to the books that Tabata is inspired from, these twins of Thamiel are called Satan and Moloch, and I think this is another hint that God or angels exists in Black Clover. This is because Thamiel represents duality, whereas Kether represents unity. Now remember that the Kether is the name for the position of the crown on the tree of life, which is the opposite of the tree of death. Thamiel is a division of that which is perfect only in unity. As a demonic order name, the Thamiel were before their revolt. These angels sought to become more powerful by adding an Aleph to their name. Now in Jewish Kabbalah, Aleph represents the oneness of God, and as I explained in my previous video, Nacht mentioned only one god, whereas he used the plural for devils when describing it in chapter 263, therefore insinuating that there may be only one god in Black Clover universe but multiple devils, as we can see. Thamiel then became the duality of God and order of the lesser demons. In the lowest state of their fall, they become the polluted of God. Maybe this is why we see them have angel-like wings but are downgraded to bat-like, just like it states in the Tree of Qlifoth books I've researched. Even if you look at Lucifer and his wings, they are bat-like because they are based on Dante the Inferno. Now I'm going to prove that Tabata was inspired from this concept. So if you look closely at the design choices Tabata made for these two demons, you can see a diamond-like shape in their body, and they also have one eye covered as they both gaze through a different eye. After doing my research, I know where he got this idea from. Now in the book I read regarding the Kabbalah and the Qlifoth, it states that the two devil princes Satan and Moloch gaze in two opposite directions. One gazes outwards on that which has been, the creation that the magician has revolted against. The other gazes towards the future and the world that the magician now as God is able to create. So I think as a design choice, Tabata used this concept for them to have one eye each of opposite ends, as they represent duality in everything. The black diamond that they have represents the unity between man and God, the end of the beginning. The initiate opens the path into the void, beyond both the tree of life and the tree of death, and becomes the black diamond, the ultimate manifestation of defied consciousness. And I think this is kind of represented through Morris and the whole dark triad anyway, with the way they think. Morris's consciousness with the use of devil power was enhanced to such a degree where he can steal knowledge from others, and he is seen as enlightened, and he states, I wouldn't have been able to have this if it wasn't for the devil. So he's kind of putting all of his purpose inside them, and then he implants all of this knowledge into himself from the Heart Queen. In fact, he gained 1200 years of knowledge from the Heart Queen and is connected as a catalyst this to open up the doors for Thamiel. Tabata did this on purpose. Anyways guys, that is everything that I want to say for the week. I can go even deeper into this topic, but first I want to see what powers and story these two devils have. So be sure to hit that like button as I said, and follow me on Twitter or Instagram if you have found anything interesting yourself. Join the Discord to talk to others within our community, and I'll see you guys next time.